Some sexy ass wine.
Damn. And I feel like the taste kind of changes. It shifts the more you drink it. Wow.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Two truths, one lie.
2 truths, 1 lie. 2 truths and a lie. 1 lie and 2 truths. Are you thinking about it now?
Even the way you're breathing.
I'm actually a bit stressed. I'm really stressed. I'm just like, but what should I choose? Oh.
Yeah, let me start.
Okay, yes, you can start.
Let me start. It's not like I assume I have anything.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
oh my gosh, I actually realized in this moment that I'm quite competitive because I'm trying to think about.
There's no winner though.
No, I know, but it has to be like a good one.
It doesn't have to be.
Right. You go first.
The more you.
I know. I do know.
You know
I actually know.
Okay.
I do know. I do. It doesn't make it any easier, but I know.
The wine helps with that.
Yeah.
The wine takes the edge off. Okay, 2 truths and a lie. What is my... Is it better to start with your
It
lie?
doesn't matter. You say all 3 things. And
No, I mean in terms of thought process.
Oh.
Because it's like a foundation
Yeah.
for me to be like, okay, I can then tell a lie from this. Okay.
So let me ask you, do you want your foundation to be a truth or do you want your foundation to be a lie?
What's the difference? I know you're trying to go all...
I was trying to be deep and you didn't even let me have the deepness.
No.
Do you know, you can say whatever you want.
Okay.
Lord, let me get it right.
It's almost like I need a theme in my head. Okay, I'm going to focus on themes.
Ooh.
Yes, and that will make it harder for you.
Oh no.
I used to be really good at lying, you know. No, let me rephrase that. Like,
oh my gosh.
let me rephrase that. Like, I would, like, it was all jokes, right? Like at work, for example, I would say something in a very straight face, like, yeah, the building outside just exploded, like, obviously, but, like, and it would be something very ridiculous in that nature, or, yeah, my girlfriend, oh, this was a popular one actually. I just got married last week. It was a quick ceremony.
Popular where?
Places like work, for example.
Wow.
And they were like, what? Why?
And you know
how
the
did
thing is, people would believe because it's you.
Why? Because it's me.
Because you could just decide
To do something like
yeah.
that.
And just not tell anybody. Not because you don't want to tell them, but you're just like, why do I maybe not even I don't care, but why do I need to tell people? Like, you do something because you want to do it and just do it in that spontaneous, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
And not have the need to do the whole fanfare, like everybody must know before I do X, Y, Z.
I like that. Okay.
Can I win at this game now that you like what I said?
So you're the winner. Okay. All right. I'm going to start.
Okay.
I'm going to start. I need.
You got it.
Yeah. The theme is the scary thing is because I'm drinking wine. I don't want to base it too much on myself.
Okay.
Because it would reveal.
Ooh.
It would reveal things about my past that I don't want to reveal.
Ooh. I think is that. Would you like some of mine?
No, good.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to base it on. It's a really good wine.
It is.
Actually,
I really
surprisingly,
like it.
I'm not really a fan of
Yeah.
some bones like that.
It's one of the nicest that I remember having. And I say that remember having before, not because I forget the wine I drink. Well, no, not because I drink a lot of wine a lot of the time, but more because, like, if you drink. So this is a thing with. Okay, let me get this down pat. This is a thing with me and wine. I love wine, but right now I don't think that I've got a good enough understanding of it to be like, these are the sort of things
you like.
I like. I can't go up to a bartender and say, I want something this and this and this. I usually just go up and say, white and fruity, and then let them decide for me. So so the ability to learn about wine and actually start to see trends and themes, it's something that I really want to improve on this year.
Shout out to that movie.
Ooh, on Netflix, Uncorked.
Uncorked.
Uncorked was good. Uncorked was good.
To be able to be at that level where you're selecting wines based on, you can almost essentially, yes, the job of a what
sommelier.
Yeah, where you can tell the region just from tasting.
Yes.
Yeah, the grapes grew in a cold climate because of. It's.
I remember we did the wine tasting on Zoom, and one of the girls was explaining the region and why in one region you could have different tasting wines just because of the slope. If you're higher up on the hill or the mountain, you get more of that sun right in the beginning of the day, and then it gets a lot cold, and how that changes the grapes. Like the amount of knowledge that sommeliers have it's amazing.
One thing I found for me is if I imagine myself actually doing something like that, it feels like a lot of it is instinct, just believing what I'm tasting.
Like the nutty scent that you said.
Yeah, just being confident in like, okay, is this actually what I'm sensing and imagining, and it's wild when I then process it, like, oh, I feel like this grape grew in a windy farm. I'm like, how can I taste the wind? Where's that coming from?
Pocahontas could taste the wind. I say that with all seriousness. Yeah, she could.
Okay.
2 truths and a lie.
Okay, that's 2 truths.
Yes.
The wine isn't helping. So, okay. 2 truths and a lie.
Do you ever have it where you're trying to think of something and it's a physical thing where you kind of like lean and you're like looking up and trying to think of whatever it is you're thinking, but then you realize you've been daydreaming?
What?
So for example, if it was me in your shoes just now and I had to choose the 2 truths and a lie, I'd probably be like but as I'm just doing the I've stopped thinking about coming up with the 2 truths and a lie, and I'm probably daydreaming about food or puppies or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna say that you don't have that. Don't worry. Got you.
Okay. So this is all based on my high school growing up.
Okay.
I once wrote a love letter, which got round to all the girls in girls' hostel, and news broke out about who I wrote in the letter and to who it concerned or may concern. I once on a queue touched the teacher's ass.
Wow. Okay. Right.
And lastly, I once dug through a bin of trash in class.
Okay.
Like after class.
Right.
Looking for love letters.
Just generally. Just general love letters.
What do you mean general love letters?
Like it wasn't one that you'd written. It
No.
was just, okay.
One that I felt someone else had written or people had written while in class.
Okay. All right. So the first one was You wrote a love letter that got passed around.
Got passed around. Yeah.
You touched a teacher's ass.
Yeah. On a queue. We had what you call a talk shop.
We had talk shop.
Yeah, talk shop as well.
Not that bad. We had talk shop.
I don't know what it was called. I still actually don't know what the meaning talk shop means.
We called it talk shop. I actually don't know what it means.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll call that. Okay.
So because like it's a lot of students, talk shop is usually packed. It's literally, honestly, I think it's half of this room.
Yeah.
Imagine a
It's
whole.
quite small. They usually are.
Oh, they're usually quite small.
Yeah. At least the one we had in school was small.
Okay. So a very horny,
cake.
a very horny, randy.
Oh, this was you touched the teacher's ass on purpose.
Why else would I touch it?
I thought maybe someone like nudged you and it was just like.
No, this was like not touch.
Oh,
sorry,
damn.
this was quav.
You
I quabbed the teacher. I quabbed.
Am I allowed to ask questions?
I quabbed the teacher, and the last one was like,
wow.
I dug up. I was looking for love letters.
Okay. In the bin.
In the bin after class.
Okay.
To see if my classmates had written any love letters to each other.
Okay, so love letters is a theme, but I need to understand this. What you? Also, quav apparently meant a lot of different. No, we don't even need to get into
Oh,
that.
no. Let me clarify.
Okay, what does quav mean?
Like you hold it's like you get a good feel. Like the way you do your hand.
I plead the fifth on any question you're about to ask me.
Ask anything.
Just laying it out there.
Ask anything.
Wow. Okay, so I can't remember if these are the rules of two truths and a lie, but I can ask you questions.
Ask questions. I'll allow it. Ask
Okay.
questions.
For this teacher that you quaffed, like NYSC, how old? NYC being like
How old was the teacher?
Yeah, roughly how old was the teacher?
I actually don't know, but I guess maybe thinking back now, mid-30s.
Mid-30s.
She has to be, obviously, I'm not having any.
Do you know what? This is a no judgment zone.
I'm clarifying.
This is a no judgment zone. If you had,
This is a randy.
would have silenced.
This is a randy teenager.
Wow, quabbing teachers. Damn. Okay. What were you in the queue for?
Oh, snacks. That's what.
No, I know what kind of snacks. I'm just.
Oh, there's all gala.
Okay.
Lulu. La Casera.
La Casera. What's Lulu?
What?
You know
What?
What's Lulu?
What was Lulu? You don't know what Lulu is?
I don't know what Lulu is.
Oh my days, with the sexy bottle.
What? Was it a sweet? Oh no, sorry,
No,
you said bottle. It was a drink?
It was a drink.
Was it orange?
You know how La Casera
I know.
is like maybe this high?
Yeah, I
like
remember
kind
La
of
Casera with like the
long.
black and green bottle.
Lulu was like shorter,
Okay.
so you could kind of like hold it. It was like
Oh, I think
nice
I remember. There was an orange Lulu drink.
there was orange, there was apple, there were a couple of flavors.
Okay, I think I remember.
Ah, the apple. Oh, Lulu. With some that gala.
Lulu Gala quabbing of a teacher.
Ooh, that's a lunch break.
You heard what I said, right?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, I was just okay. So that made the lunch break. I feel like that's the truth. I could also just see you. I don't know why I can see you quabbing a teacher. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So, this is in Nigeria. You write a love letter to someone. It gets passed around. That is standard.
It's standard.
I feel like that's just a thing. There are no secrets in secondary school.
Okay.
So let's say you wrote a letter to this girl. She probably would have showed her friends, but then someone could have snatched it and then run around class and like passed it around.
Okay.
And then you after class looking for love letters, but you said it's not love letters someone else had written, not love letters that you.
No, I didn't write love letters.
Okay.
It was almost like me investigating.
Oh, but you like to investigate.
Do I?
Yeah. I feel like you do. Like, investigate in the sense that, and this is, like, if something happens, it's understanding what led to why it happened.
I do like to do that.
But you sounded surprised when I said that, so does that mean that you didn't? Does that mean that you didn't look in the bins? Let me look into your eyes, look into my eyes. Don't blink for 3 seconds.
Let me help you out,
Okay,
right?
yes.
I've been drinking wine. So whatever you're seeing. Alright.
So
Make up your mind.
Make up my mind. I think that the searching is the lie. Searching for the love letters.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Truth.
Oh, I hate to lose. Oh, okay, wait. Let me decide.
Between the other two?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's between quabbing or a letter being passed around. Both of which are possible. That's the thing.
That's the point of the game,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But which one did I actually do?
Ooh. If I used to quaff the teacher.
Like. I quabbed it. Even me, I didn't have balls like that back then. I quabbed the teacher.
Juicy, my God. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Actually, to be fair, you're also in Nigeria. You couldn't have quabbed the teacher. Wow. Damn. Ooh.
13-year-old boy. 13-year-old boy. Trying to grab some ass.
And then choosing a teacher of all.
And teaching it.
Let me put because I'm playing with the focus of. Wow. Okay.
No.
Do you know, in hindsight?
Oh, it makes sense now.
In hindsight,
Okay.
it makes sense.
No.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Tell me about this letter that got passed around.
So I started to get close to one of my friends, your classmates. This girl. Should I call her name? No, I won't call her name. But it's public knowledge, at least to my classmates.
Need to do some research.
Sure. So we started to get close, hanging out a lot, spending a lot of time together. Between class, we're actually in the same class. Between class, break time, outside class, just talking, and sometimes time just builds this fondness and closeness between two people. And I obviously decided to catch feelings. It doesn't now help when your own friends are now like, guy, what's up? What's happening now? I see how you guys are doing. Yeah, you guys have kissed. Yeah. So when you're not hearing that, so it's almost, you kind of push it away, but it's adding fuel to the fire of, do I actually like her? Do I actually see her like this? And it just goes to the point where I couldn't hold it back anymore, like those feelings. The other thing actually, I just, in fact, if all the questions from friends were like kerosene on my fire, this one was a full tanker, like on everything. The way she would look at me, like especially during class, and it's a big thing for me. Generally. Eye connection. Our eyes would just lock in middle of class, and it wouldn't just it's not like it was like an accidental, like, I was staring there. She would gaze at me, and I'll miss her. I would like, okay, if you're down, I'm down.
Down to what at 13?
So means I'll gaze at her back, and she wouldn't. So that kind of thing, like, naturally just turns me on. It's like, okay, you're confident in what you're feeling. Me too. I'm down if you're down. Let's do this. Like, so, I wrote a love letter. I'm feeling you. Hope you're feeling me too.
I'm hearing some 90s R Baby Usher as like soundtrack.
Anyway, so I give her the letter. Then at prep time, where we all so we go back to hostel after like normal school. We have lunch, siesta, then come back to school to like read, finish homework and stuff. So after prep time, around like 5 to 6, when we're all walking back to the hostel, if I can I talk to you? Yeah, I'm coming. Let me just pack up my books. So so we decided to walk, slow walk, like and get the typical. I got the letter, but like, I really value our friendship. Like, I just see us as friends. Like, I think we just remain friends. Like, it would be too complicated if it was anything more. Like, yeah, I understand. It's cool, I understand.
Did your voice go deeper as well as you went?
Yeah. Anyways, so that was
Romance was difficult in secondary school though. Wow, it was like, what do they call it? Telenovela. It really was one of the days of our lives kind of thing. So much drama.
Yeah, then the love letter one.
Yeah.
Well, me and one of my guys, we had this whole investigative mindset. We're always like in class, we're watching other people, looking for people who have the eye connections, who are like maybe passing notes to each other. So I think it just struck us one day that these notes that are going around, or like just thinking about people's psychology in general, people have to be making moves, one way or the other.
Yeah.
That paper has to be somewhere. There has to be a paper trail somewhere.
Wow.
But like, let's just look through the bin after class. The amount of notes, hidden messages that we saw, we started to do it almost every day.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it was almost like a thrill knowing that you don't know we know your secrets, but we know.
That should be a movie.
Yeah, me and my boy, Osas, we just...
No, it's not been in name, don't worry.
It is.
Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, my boy Osas. Yeah, those are simple.
They were simple. They were much simpler times. They felt really complicated.
Oh yeah.
When you were there.
For that mind, yeah, it definitely was complicated, but hindsight, simple in terms of in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, that's it, in the grand scheme of things. Wow.
So we're having a German wine. I was surprised when I saw this because I've never seen a German wine before. The label had this as a medium dry.
Okay.
So I thought that was interesting notes. My gut feeling it would go with like some simple bread and cheese. Refreshing, fruity, and medium sweet.
Okay.
I thought because this was going to be our second wine, having something a little bit sweeter potentially would be nice. Almost like surprisingly thinking about it, almost like a dessert type of wine. But it's not a dessert wine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's an interesting bottle as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not really sure about the bottle. It's different, but it's grown on me. I think it's to screw it up.
Yeah. I find it really interesting that it says enjoy while chilled with Asian dishes. That's quite. I guess we should try it. Yeah.
Interesting label as well.
Yeah. It's very. Like it's very homely, but it still feels. I don't know why I'm getting like Christian tones, but because of the
mosaic.
The mosaic. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Liebfraumilch.
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 Exactly. That's how you say it.
That's exactly it. I can't speak a word of. I can say ein.
I did a little bit of German when I was 3.
Really? Oh. Wow.
It was like summer. It was summer. Yeah, it was fun.
You learn something new every day.
Oh, that was a lie, actually.
Oh my god.
So when I said I was good at lying, you said I said that so freely.
You really did. Like it just flowed. And I even questioned. I was like, wait. But at 3,
yeah,
were you not in Nigeria?
exactly.
Do they teach German in Nigeria?
So,
but I just
back to your point, that's confidence. That's confidence.
Back to my point as well. I don't like it when it acts against me.
That's confidence. My workmates had to tell me to actually stop. They begged me to actually stop. So.
Ooh, let's taste this. I'm really intrigued actually. Oh, it's a lighter colour.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, it really is. Although it has more fizz. She's actually got a bit of fizz in it, which is interesting. I'm intrigued. Oh, the smell's quite nice. It's definitely, there's no, I'm not getting any citrus. Yeah.
Sweeter. Fruitier, obviously, but
Yeah.
not like.
But it's not like a berry kind
citrus.
of fruit. No, and it's definitely not citrusy.
It's subtle, but.
It sounds weird to say it from the smell, but I feel like this is gonna be more like it's gonna have more like of a body to it. Like it's settled.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
I don't know if that's what do they call those exams that sommeliers take? I can't remember, but that no one would say it is settled. But it's I'm smelling like a lot of just like sweet flavors, and for the life of me I can't pick a fruit. I'm gonna taste it. I need to.
It's like a.
Ooh, that is so interesting. Taste it.
Yeah. It's like almost. I don't want to say nectarine, but it's something thick. Something fleshy.
Yeah, it is. It
It's
really
something
is.
fleshy, but like.
I definitely go with like one of the nectarine orangey kind of fruits. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has the fizz as well.
I like this.
I don't think I've had a wine that tastes like this actually.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
It was a good price as well. I was like, so this is the one thing about. I remember what Rena said about prices.
Shout out to Rena.
So the original, the second bottle I wanted to pick was from Australia.
Okay.
Sweet as well, medium dry. Notes of pineapple. So I thought that was going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Then I saw this. I was like, oh, I've never seen a wine from Germany.
Yeah.
And this was in the £4
Oh.
price region.
Really? What?
The Australian one was 8. I was like, good wine is good wine. Sometimes the whole pricing thing can be debated.
Yeah.
I
It's
really
got
like
the most
this.
interesting taste. Like I feel like my tongue is still trying to assimilate.
Closest thing I can think of is like a nectarine.
It's very like orangey. I was just reading the rest of the back of the bottle and it said floral and peachy. I'm not really getting.
Oh, the peachy.
I'm not,
sure.
I'm getting the peach, but I'm not really getting the floral.
Floral, like I can understand because it's very light as well. You're not there's no anchor to it because sometimes you get flowers that are very simple, just almost fresh air, very breezy. So that's the type of floral.
Maybe, yeah. The peach I'm definitely getting, and just thinking about it, like peach, pear, they kind of have that, they are fleshy fruits, but they have that, maybe this doesn't sound weird, but like a translucent kind of taste, whereby you know you're eating it, but it's not like a pineapple, it's not like a apple though. There isn't that, it's this fruit. It's kind of like your taste buds are trying to do some sort of rigmarole. Yeah, it's nice.
It's surprisingly really nice.
I'm gonna have to take a picture on the Vivino app. I just don't remember it.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, we haven't even done a cheers yet. Cheers to our first German Liebfraumilch.
Maybe it's the way I pronounce it.
There's a thing when you do cheers, you have to look in someone's eye and you need to drink. You can't just put it down.
Gemma said the same thing to me.
Yeah.
And you see it in the video.
Okay.
She gave a reason why.
Yeah.
So why do you have to look someone in the eye?
So I heard you have to look someone in the eye, otherwise you have bad sex for 7 years.
That's exactly what I didn't know that.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know why you. For me, I just feel like if you cheers, you need to drink. Like, there's no point in cheersing and.
It's kind of like you're deflating. Okay.
But.
Alright.
I got my 2 truths and a lie,
Okay.
and my theme is also secondary school.
Okay. Alright.
So. A guy asked me out for a dare.
Okay. That's a good one.
Oh my gosh, I had them and I lost them.
We're talking about wine so much.
I know, it's good wine though. I told a teacher that I found their class boring.
Lie! A lie! A lie!
Can
Let me just continue.
Can I say
Let me just continue. This is Nigeria.
Can I say my number 3?
You don't need to continue. You don't need to continue. Lie! Sorry.
And I dated a junior.
Ooh. Knowing you like to feel like you have like the rules maybe don't really apply to you, like you have some new age shit.
Is there anything else you want to add?
So the first one.
The first one was a guy asked me out on a dare.
Standard, yeah, true. For sure. That's the type of thing, guys. Yeah. Maybe he liked you, it's been on his mind, but no real opportunity or confidence to actually just pull the trigger. All of a sudden, you guys are in an environment where you can shoot his shots. Pow! Some sexy ass wine. Damn.
And I feel like the taste kind of changes, it shifts the more you drink it. Wow.
Okay.
Oh wow. Not even playing any music.
I'm
but
getting carried away. I'm going okay.
Okay.
Second one. You told the teacher you found
their class boring.
Okay. And the last one.
Dated a junior.
Dated a junior. Okay, I know the first one is 100% the truth. Or the truth. The two are interesting. So with the being someone that just came from the UK, you might have said that to a teacher early on, like in like year 7, year 8, where you just moved.
I moved in year 5.
Oh, okay. Still, regardless, no one they hadn't flogged you yet. That
one teacher decided they were going to hit my back. It was also in year 5. My parents came and it never happened again.
okay. See, that's exactly what.
Touch. Sorry.
That's exactly what. So no. No, you don't know. You really don't know.
I went to a proper Nigerian school.
Anyways, so I feel like that's the thing you could have said at an early age. Okay. The next one was the last one.
Dated a junior.
Dated a junior. You care what your friends think. You would have thought, okay, this is love is love. You like to be loved. But at the same time, with the junior, I've had that confidence to come to you, to kind of romance you at that age. That's definitely the lie. Could it be true? At that age, junior liking you. You'll be cautious of what your friends think, what your classmates think in general, what your image. You don't like your business known like that. This would just involuntarily just put your name out there. Osas, the one that dated the junior. It's like time in the Grinch forever, what do they call those books? Yearbooks.
I still have my
yearbooks. Slum books.
We do. I also have my slum
Osas,
books.
the one that dated a guy below her. Not that there's anything wrong, I'm not judging. No. But can you do that? That's the question. I had girls in my sets that did that. If you go 2 ways, that was 100%. You couldn't have done that in SS1, SS2, SS3, except you get your sports. If you actually did that, that school was no. But it's the last one, 100%. Yes, the last one is a lie. I'm so sure, and you know I'm right as well. So to pain you when you're telling me. Anyways.
What's your final answer?
The last one is a lie.
I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I refuse to play this game anymore. I'm a sore loser and I accept it.
The last one is a lie. So how did this thing happen?
Which
Teacher
one?
one.
I'm also really annoyed because you guessed that it was probably year 7, year 8.
Yeah.
Man, it was year 8. It was an English literature teacher. We were doing Shakespeare because as in Nigerian school you obviously study Shakespeare rather than Chinua Achebe. But we studied Shakespeare. I even think we were studying Romeo and Juliet, and the guy's voice was so monotonous. It was bad. So I stopped paying attention. I was like doodling in my books. I was drawing. We had this. It was that time where you do a lot of you decorate your diary and graffiti and whatever. So I was doing graffiti.
You do your
names in yes.
In one blocky shape.
Yes, exactly. And then if you're cool, then add a shadow, but you need to make sure that the shadow is like right. Yes. So I was doing that, and the teacher just calls me, and he's just like, "Stop! Like, why aren't you paying attention?" And me, I don't know what entered myself. I was just like, because this is a really boring lesson, teacher. Literally what I said. And then the guy, I'm not going to say his name. What did he say? It was something like, you either sit down and pay attention, or you can go down to like the principal's office or something. I was like, well, your class is boring, so I'm not going to pay any attention to you.
Huh.
But I was standing up and the class was silent. But then I think, like, in the same way that you know as a Nigerian child not to say something like that to a teacher, I feel like the teachers don't know how to respond to it. So as I said it, the teacher didn't know what to say. So he just told me to sit down.
No, teachers know how to respond to
Not
it.
in Grange because they can't hit me.
Definitely not in Grange.
Not in Grange.
Ah.
No.
You're signing your... It's like when you do something like that in Corona, right? At least at that time, it's like you're writing on paper, teacher, I give you permission
To kill me.
You can hang me, you can throw me through the window. Here is the sign paper, sir. Thank you. Please go ahead.
No.
I just keep having this image of saying something like that in class, and I keep seeing Mr. Jimuda. Just, are you crazy?
Maybe it's also I knew that this teacher. I stood up for, like, you know what's the saying, like full chest or like strong, I can't remember what the saying is. I told him, when he told me to stood up, I stood up. When he asked me, I was just like, it's a boring class. Like,
Miss Emi, I know we use the skeleton in our biology class and just...
The biology teachers were always, what? Our biology teacher in Grange. Wow. Damn. But now this English, no, I didn't. I can't remember the guy's name, but I remember his face changing. And I remember the class just looking towards me for a second and then looking towards him, waiting to see his reaction. But he actually, I could feel the heat just like rising. You know, like if you watch a Tom and Jerry movie and you can see the steam. I could see the steam. But because one, they're not allowed to, they can't touch students. And even if they could, with my parents, they couldn't touch me. And so he actually just told me to, he actually just told me to sit down. But then he reported me to another English lit teacher who called me during break time to have a proper conversation with me. But honestly, right?
And you still feel like you had I'm not saying like, actual physical discipline has to be the one to structure you. But you still feel like you all were educated and brought up in a disciplined manner where you're accountable.
I think it was different. We were, and to be honest, if it was any other teacher, I probably wouldn't have done it. And if something I think something also just switched in my brain where I was just like, I'm done. There was also that, you know how they say that element of madness?
I don't know.
An element of madness entered me, and I was just like, I just can't. I wouldn't have done it with any other teacher or at any other time, even with that same teacher. But that day I was just, running wild and free. And so I did that. But in general, I think it's different from what a number of other Nigerian schools did. And if I was to look at Grange now to Grange when I went, it's still it's different. But it's one of those, I can't remember what the name of the show is, but Tia Mowry, one of the twins from Sister, Tia and Tamara Mowry, she's on a show on Netflix, I can't remember what it's called, and her and her husband,
They go back to the south
and they're like, we don't hit our kids.
Sorry.
Do you need a moment? You good? That was so shady. So shady.
I actually watched the show. I actually enjoy it. Surprisingly, too. It's not like the best written show, but
it's like easy.
It's just daytime TV type.
Yeah, it is. But that's how I would like. We can talk about how I treat my kids. That's a different conversation. But I think that's what Grange was. It was also because it was parent driven. How can we raise these kids without touching them in Nigeria? Because they couldn't. they actually just couldn't. So I think we were still grounded. At least I can only talk for my set.
So, how are you guys punished?
You're going to laugh now. We had detention. And we would it was either detention where we would write lines, or there was one term where the detention would be sweeping the compound. But I think that was just one term. I remember sweeping a compound once. Yeah, they couldn't touch us. They actually just couldn't.
Detention.
Detention. You'd write lines.
Like Bart Simpson in the beginning of The Simpsons, like on a board like that.
No, we wouldn't write it on the board. We'd write it
On your
on
books.
Okay, now you're making it just sound. But yeah, that's what we did. Yeah, I'm sure there were other ways.
I never knew.
Maybe probably people swept and stuff. Maybe I just chose the timing of when I'd get my detention when it wasn't that serious.
I never knew there were schools like this.
Yeah.
I heard of BIS and is it AIS as well?
Yeah, there's AIS. Those,
AIS is American
International
School, British International School. Those are the type of rumors I would hear about, or they don't do this, or they have ice creams on Sundays. Yes, we also had ice creams.
We weren't. Oh, okay. So boarding only started. Oh yes, is it still melted? But I think, if I remember correctly, boarding only started in Grange when I was in year 10. So up until then, we were a day school. So we didn't actually have boarding, which I think is where the difference is. Like, if you go to a conch Nigerian school, it's usually boarding. And that's when you have the whole thing about fetching water and But actually, even then, I think something just changed, because I remember when I was in year 7, teachers were scared of seniors. Like, the seniors, they had this persona about them where you just knew you didn't mess with them. And you knew you didn't mess with them as a junior, but also the teachers knew you didn't mess with them either.
There's a mutual respect.
Yeah. I think there was fear as well.
Okay.
But by the time we got to seniors, that had gone away.
That's seniors in Grange.
That has gone away. Oh no, when I was in year 7, you didn't mess with the seniors. What? Even I remember there was this time, like, because Grange Secondary School was either 3 or 4 stories high, and during breaks, people would just kind of congregate in the hallways. And I remember being in year 7 and so JS1, and like our seniors, which was just SS2, we only went up to year 11, they would just like chill in one corridor. And I remember vividly seeing, because you have the main part of the corridor and like this side corridor, so to speak. And like I remember seeing a teacher come up the stairs and act as if he was going to cross. Then he saw all the year 11 students and he went back. Like, there was a sense of
why cause trouble for myself while like I just look away and...
Yeah, but then things definitely did change, you know, not even by the time we were seniors, but even a couple of years before, where that level of respect had sort of disintegrated. Both from a teacher perspective, which is probably right, but even from a student perspective, there was a lot more disrespect, so to speak, but there was also just a lot more we're mates, which in a Nigerian sense is very strange. But
between the like
yeah. But I think, actually thinking about it, I think it's because a lot of people had older siblings in that year, so it's kind of, you grow up with these people, why do you treat them as gods and goddesses kind of thing. I think maybe that factored into it, but I mean, by the time you were seniors, all of those stories that I hear about, you know, a senior tells you you've done something wrong, so they draw the time on the board and they make it like 1 minute to 3, and they say do the motorbike position until it's 3 o'clock on the board, and we didn't do any of that. There was no, did we even face the wall? I don't remember.
Oh, Okada. Hang on the wall. I've told you about the one, my first punishment, where the senior Tolu. There's some people that just
They stay.
You
never forget. Yep.
Senior Tolu. He just took pencil during prep night. Just guy on the bicycle. But I was this madman doing. You know, you feel like, have you ever watched? No, okay, you probably haven't watched Twilight Zone, but Black Mirror. Those
We watched a couple.
Yeah, those very odd scenes where you're like, is this reality? What's going on? I was like, what's this guy drawing a bicycle on the wall? Like, is he about to? He said I should push the bicycle. Is that you push the? Is that the bicycle? The man on the bicycle. The man on the bicycle should come from here to.
But you.
I mean, I said to push. I tried to push. I said, oh, it's not moving. When I thought I said it's not moving. Oh, there's some things you just don't forget, man. The slap this guy gave me. There's some slaps I haven't forgotten. The slap Lulu gave me, this was GS1. First week of prep, probably. Slap Balthasar gave me.
Were you a troublesome child?
No. This one, it was almost like, I'm sure a demon was probably whispering my location to his But the way he found me wasn't normal. I can't remember what he was unhappy about.
Yeah.
But everybody, I just have this image in my head. Everybody just started to shout, oh, Balthasar is coming. So some guys started to hide inside lockers. Some guys under the bed. Some guys are just running. we just see boys. And him to just enter inside the...
Wait, and you stayed?
No, I went under the bed.
Okay.
So for the fact that I was hidden, I went under the bed. And the bed I hid under was behind a locker.
I know it's not funny, but...
So he shouldn't have even come to me first. His vision, his cone of vision should be like this way. But the bed I was hiding under was this way.
Okay.
Behind the locker.
Yeah.
He just went down like this. He dragged me out.
It's all over, Jackie. It's all over.
So yeah.
Wow. What was he after?
I can't remember. It's irrelevant. The fact of the matter was the slap and the punishment I got.
Wow.
I got slap on the face, slap on the back.
Damn.
And I hung on the wall.
Aye.
It was almost like a dirty military school on some occasions. Yeah. That was weird.
In my chest, I'm still going to say that sometimes cringe was different.